English classroom. Charlotte, a curious student eager to learn about the present simple tense. Henry, a friendly and patient teacher passionate about explaining grammar.
Hi, Mr. Henry. I'm a bit confused about the present simple tense. Can you help me understand it better?
Absolutely, Charlotte. The present simple is a fundamental tense in English used to talk about habits, routines, and general truths. What specifically are you unsure about?
Well, I know it's used for things that happen regularly, like I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. But what about things that are always true, like the sun shines?
Exactly. You're right. The present simple is also used for universal truths, facts, and scientific principles. So, the sun shines and the earth revolves around the sun are both present simple sentences.
Okay, I think I get that. But what about verbs? I see different forms like eat, eats, do, and does. How do I know which one to use?
That's a good question. The basic rule is that we use the base form of the verb, like eat, with singular nouns like I, you, he, she, it, and one. For plural nouns like we, you plural, they, and they, we add an S to the verb like eats.
That makes sense. So, I drink coffee and they drink coffee are both correct?
Precisely. But there are some exceptions like irregular verbs like go, goes, have, has, and do, does in the third person singular. But we can worry about those later.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand. Is there anything else I should know about the present simple?
Sure. Remember, the present simple doesn't express completed actions or events in the past or future. It focuses on the present moment or habitual actions. So we wouldn't say, I ate breakfast unless it's still happening right now.
Oh, I see. So, it's for things that happen regularly or are always true, not for specific past or future events.
Exactly. And remember, practice makes perfect. Try using the present simple in your daily conversations and writing, and don't hesitate to ask if you have any more questions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Henry. I feel much clearer now. I'll definitely practice using the present simple more.
You're welcome, Charlotte. I'm always happy to help. Now go out there and conquer the present simple.
This is just a sample conversation. You can adjust it to fit your specific needs and preferences. You can add more examples, ask more specific questions, or even have Charlotte and Henry discuss different uses of the present simple in different contexts. English classroom, a week later. Charlotte, eager to explore advanced uses of the present simple. Henry, ready to delve deeper into the nuances of the tense.
Hi, Mr. Henry. I've been using the present simple all week, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. But I noticed something interesting. Sometimes, even though I'm talking about the present, I use a different verb form. Like, when I say, I'm studying for the exam right now, I use the verb am studying instead of just study.
Excellent observation, Charlotte. You're right, there are situations where we use the present continuous tense even though we're talking about the present moment. The present continuous emphasizes an ongoing action that's happening right now, while the present simple describes habitual or general actions.
So, it's like a zoom in on a specific action within the present, right?
Exactly. We use the present continuous for temporary actions, things happening at the moment of speaking, or actions in progress. So your sentence, "I'm studying for the exam right now," perfectly illustrates the present continuous.
That makes sense. But what about sentences like "she enjoys going to the movies" or "I dream of traveling the world"? They're not happening right now, but I wouldn't use the present simple either.
You're right again, Charlotte. Those sentences use the present tense for states of being, preferences, and wishes. These are ongoing qualities or desires that aren't limited to a specific moment but still describe the present.
Wow, it seems like there's more to the present tense than I initially thought. Are there any other nuances I should be aware of?
Indeed, you can also use the present tense with certain verbs expressing perception like "I see," "I hear," or "I smell" to describe ongoing sensations. And some verbs like believe, want, and need are often used in the present to express current thoughts and feelings.
This is fascinating. I feel like I'm opening up a whole new level of understanding English grammar.
I'm glad to hear it, Charlotte. The present tense is a versatile tool, and mastering its different forms will definitely add precision and clarity to your communication. Just remember, practice makes perfect, so keep using it in your daily life and observe how native speakers employ it.
I will, Mr. Henry. Thank you for such a thorough explanation. I can't wait to explore these nuances further and see how the present tense unfolds its secrets.
The doors of grammar are always open for you, Charlotte. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and you'll master the English language in no time.
This conversation takes Charlotte's understanding of the present tense a step further by introducing the present continuous and present tense for states of being. You can continue expanding the conversation by exploring more specific verb categories, idioms related to the present tense, or even contrasting it with other tenses like the present perfect. Remember to tailor the complexity to Charlotte's learning pace and maintain an engaging and enthusiastic atmosphere. English classroom, a month later. Charlotte, confident in the present simple but eager to tackle trickier situations. Henry, supportive and ready to address advanced present simple challenges.
Mr. Henry, I've been using the present simple in so many ways now, from daily routines to scientific facts. But sometimes, things get a little confusing. Can you help me out with some tricky situations?
Absolutely, Charlotte. Bring on the challenges. What's on your mind?
Okay, so my friend was talking about a habit in the past, like, I always walked to school when I was a kid. Is that right? Shouldn't it be I walked?
Good question. You're right, normally we'd use the past simple for completed actions in the past. But there are specific situations where we use the present simple to talk about past habits or repeated actions. In your friend's case, they're emphasizing that it was a regular practice throughout their childhood, a part of their routine back then.
I see. So, it's like highlighting the pattern of a past habit, not just a single event.
Exactly. Think of it as a flashback to a repetitive aspect of their childhood. Now let's talk about another tricky one. What about sentences like, "If I see a shooting star, I wish for good luck"?
It's not really happening now, but it's not a general truth either.
You've got it. This is where the present tense gets interesting. In conditional sentences starting with if, we often use the present simple to describe hypothetical situations or potential actions. Even though these events haven't happened yet, the present tense emphasizes the possibility and readiness.
That makes sense. So, it's like setting up a potential scenario in the present moment, even though it might unfold in the future.
Perfectly said. This use of the present tense within conditionals gives a sense of immediacy and readiness for that hypothetical action. Remember, language is all about nuance, and the present simple plays a significant role in expressing different shades of meaning.
Wow, Mr. Henry, you're making grammar feel like a detective game. Every rule has its little exceptions and hidden corners to explore.
I'm glad you're enjoying the journey, Charlotte. The present simple is indeed a versatile tool, and understanding its complexities brings more precision and flexibility to your communication. Keep practicing, keep asking questions, and keep exploring the fascinating world of grammar.
I will, Mr. Henry. Thank you for always challenging me and expanding my understanding. I'm excited to see what other secrets the present simple holds.
This conversation delves into slightly more nuanced present simple constructions like past habits and conditional sentences. You can further broaden the discussion by exploring irregular verbs in the present simple, the use of adverbs and time expressions, or contrasting the present simple with other tenses like the present perfect continuous. Remember to adapt the complexity to Charlotte's level and maintain a playful and inquisitive atmosphere. English classroom, a few months later. Charlotte, eager to master advanced present simple and apply it creatively. Henry, proud of Charlotte's progress and ready to tackle creative applications.
Mr. Henry, I feel like I've conquered the basic present simple, but I'm curious about how writers and poets use it to add extra flavor. Any tips?
Charlotte, you're stepping into the realm of literary artistry. The present simple, when wielded creatively, can paint vivid pictures and evoke deep emotions. Let's explore some techniques.
I'm all ears.
First, you can use vivid present simple verbs to immerse readers in the moment. Instead of saying, "He walked into the room," try, "He strides in, boots thudding on the wooden floor." The verbs become more active, drawing the reader into the scene.
Wow, I can almost hear the boots. What else can I do?
Use sensory details with the present simple to create a multi-layered experience. Describe smells, sounds, sights, even textures. The air thickens with the scent of spices, the sitar's melody twirls, and silk clings to her skin. Each sentence paints a vibrant image.
I love that. Can I play with time a bit?
Absolutely. The present simple allows you to shift between past and present seamlessly. You can describe a memory in the present tense, making it feel immediate and alive. She sits on the swing, wind tugging at her hair, a child again on sun-drenched grass. The reader experiences the memory alongside the character.
This is so much fun. Can I even use the present simple for dialogue?
Of course. Imagine a character narrating their own story in the present. I step onto the stage, the spotlight blinding, a hush falls over the audience. This creates a sense of immediacy and intimacy with the character's thoughts and feelings.
Mr. Henry, you've opened up a whole new world of possibilities. I can't wait to experiment with these techniques and bring my writing to life with the present simple.
I have no doubt you will, Charlotte. Remember, grammar is a tool, and by exploring its creative applications, you unlock new ways to express yourself and captivate your readers. Keep writing, keep experimenting, and never stop pushing the boundaries of language.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Henry. I'm ready to unleash my inner wordsmith, all thanks to the mighty present simple.
This conversation focuses on the creative uses of the present simple in writing, encouraging Charlotte to experiment with vivid verbs, sensory details, temporal shifts, and dialogue. You can extend the discussion by exploring specific literary examples, discussing stylistic choices of renowned authors, or even having Charlotte try out some writing exercises that utilize these techniques. Remember to celebrate Charlotte's creativity and encourage her to explore the expressive power of language.